There is no greater competition than the one that exists between the United States and the Soviet Union. If the US wants a nuclear bomb, the Soviet Union wants a nuclear bomb. If the Soviet Union wants to go to the moon, then the US wants to go to the moon. And if one wants a girl, you can assume the other wants that same girl. The year was 2026, and the Russian Ivan Miroshchenko was traveling around the world, posting incredibly cool pictures of himself.
It really bothered my roommate, because every single post of his, she was like,
While Grace Daniels had expressed interest in Ivan, there is still another piece to this puzzle: the American Jake Eisler. 2 countries, 1 girl. They called it the Grace Race.
he was obsessed with her, but she wanted Ivan, the Russian.
If someone was keeping score, there would be no doubt Jake was losing the Grace Race. He had to do something in order to have a fighting chance. He needed something that would bring him right up to Ivan's level. A banger Instagram post. So, to Japan he went.
I hate to admit it, but it was a sick post. Just like way cooler than any of Ivan's.
But the question is, did Jake actually go to Japan, or was it all a front? This was not the first time Jake and Ivan battled it out over a girl. They even used to be friends. This was, of course, until Ivan stole the heart of Abby away from Jake in the 8th grade. Since then, they have not spoken. Fast forward to today. They find themselves back fighting over a girl, but this time it's digital warfare.
I remember Jake getting home from that Japan trip, and he was just acting so frantic. He just kept relaying me to his Instagram posts. It was kind of ridiculous. He just couldn't tell me one thing that happened on his trip. But it doesn't matter because it seemed to have worked.
3 days later, Jake posted a picture cuddling with Grace.
I saw a picture, how could I forget? It ruined my entire abroad semester.
Ivan cut his abroad experience short and immediately returned to campus in the United States to try to win Grace over.
It was a big move for a girl I never meet in person, but it was all I think about. I had to do it. I get back to school, I send Grace a DM, try to meet up. I thought she'd love to, liking all my Instagram posts, but she never responded. It drove me insane. I wish I could have handled better, but what's in the past is in the past.
Grace's silence pushed Ivan over the edge after he just flew from around the world to come win her over.
Where are you? Grace, I'm here! I'm here!
He did everything he could to get someone, anyone, to listen to him. And when nothing was working, Ivan became armed with a theory.
Do you really think Jake went to Japan? He did not. It was fake.
Yeah, I was there when it happened. Everybody saw it. A lot of people found out about this Grace Race, and surprisingly enough, people actually became pretty interested in it. And even though Jake was my friend, I saw how it was affecting Ivan with that crash out, and I felt really bad for him. Ever since Jake started acting so weird, I just figured something had to be up, so I got to searching. Yeah, this business card really tipped me off. I didn't know exactly what it meant, but it did feel just way out of place. And I thought to myself, you know what? Ivan would love to get his hands on something like this.
Max went behind his own roommate's back to deliver the business card to Ivan.
His own roommate gave me this. I do not know who Randy Shiles' character is, but if his roommate gave me it, it must be important.
With new evidence empowering Ivan's fake trip theory, he was able to convince a photography professor to conduct a deep analysis of Jake's Japan post.
The Japan photographs looked decently realistic, but once we ran them through our own software and did a comparison, the AI elements were obvious. One thing is glaringly apparent. Whoever Randy Shiles is absolutely loves his embedded watermarks.
It was a massive break in Ivan's case.
I was ecstatic when I heard it. I knew something was up. Now, I just need to find out who this Randy Shiles character is.
Unable to investigate himself, Ivan recruited his friend from North Carolina, Derek Meidinga, to conduct surveillance on the address on Randy Shiles' business card. Meanwhile, on campus, word of the no-trip theory has begun to spread. Jake can't even walk to his class without being harassed. Even though Jake is forced to turn comments off on his Japan post, he and Grace are seemingly still going strong. This, however, is merely fuel to Ivan's fire. The Grace race is all but over.
I'm just waiting for Randy Shiles to get here. Let's see what this guy's up to.
There he is. Get back here, Randy.
It's not worth it. Oh, shit.
Back at the laboratory, we began to have our own bigger suspicions. If those Japan photographs had been forgeries, what else had been faked?
What the hell?
Yeah, I thought the stuff with the Japan trip was pretty weird in its own right, but what I eventually ended up finding out was much weirder than anything I could have possibly imagined.
There's no way.
You have two desperate men on either side of the world, both trying to impress this one girl. And Ivan, he seemed like he had it. His abroad trip was really impressing this girl. But after Jake's alleged Japan trip, all of a sudden he's cuddling with this girl. He completely destroys Ivan. Ivan has to put his tail between his legs and go home. It was such a catastrophic photo, we knew we had to investigate it. And we did.
How the hell? Oh no.
And that's when we realized that the Grace photos themselves were completely fake. We don't even know if Grace is an actual person.
Nobody's met Grace, nobody could say that they're friends with her. When I heard about this photo gallery, it just made perfect sense. Of course Jake created her. It's his perfect revenge for the Abby race all those years ago.
I have no regrets about falling in love, but she AI girl, I think she real. I will kill you for this.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom.